And while we're on task, go ahead and cancel Christmas. Go on and start that family chat and let them know that you're not exchanging gifts this year. Hopefully everybody in your family is on board. And I know you're thinking about the kids. Well, Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to buy something for somebody, buy something small and local. You know, support a small retailer. But it's going to be Red Friday for these folks this year. Someone called it that in my chat. It says it's not going to be Black Friday this year. It need to be Red Friday. And I agree 100%. Hashtag Red Friday. But it's a good opportunity to teach your kids that freedom ain't free. And it's a conversation that need to be had because, you know, somebody going to have to sacrifice and we going to have to fight for this shit. So here we are. And those retailers, they're going to know. I know they're sitting on inventory from last winter. And guess what? They're going to have that same inventory next winter. It's like, seriously, let's do this. There were Christmases I had as a kid where my mom didn't have any money. She made a sweet potato pies, and that was fine. You know, they were good. We were just as happy. We were like, who's in Whoville? And I think that's how it needs to be. You know, if you want to do something, switch it up a little bit. Do some community service. Spend some time, you know, serving in a soup kitchen as a family. Donate some money to like a homeless shelter. Help somebody else this year. Do something that really counts if you're going to do something. But if you buy something, please buy something small and local. Don't give these retailers nothing. We're not spending money. October, November, December, they make a whole lot of money off of us. And here's the time to teach them. We're not spending no money. Red Friday, cancel Christmas.
Christmas is canceled. Thanksgiving, canceled. It means too much now. We are in such a bad position. I don't think people, and I say this all the time, like, people are not registering how scary it is because they never had to live through anything this scary. So I don't think they can fathom how bad it can get. It just seems like, oh, it's propaganda. It's just trying to scare us. It can never get that bad. We're still fine and we're all unserious. But it's that bad. Like, I already know this holiday season, my family member's not going to care that much, but they're probably going to feel some type of way. Let them buy gifts and all. I'm not even going to be here for Christmas. There's going to be no celebration. I can't come to a point. I can't be around willfully ignorant people, especially when it comes to how my life's going to be in the future, how our children's life's going to be in the future, how our little cousins, nieces, and nephews going to be in the future. I care too much. I understand what's happening now. I'm not ignorant and being like, oh, well, it's not that deep. Well, this happens it doesn't. And if you did your fucking research, you would know. So, no, I'm not going to be participating in anything. I'm probably not going to be with my family this year because their dumbasses are probably still going to celebrate Christmas. And again, no bullshit. I feel like saying, like, if you vote for Trump, I don't know how we can be in the same room. If you're celebrating Christmas and all that stuff at this point of fucking time, knowing everything that's going on and knowing how dire the fucking situation is, I can't. We're not the same. We're not. I care too much.
Let's talk about the phrase you're saying more often, Christmas is cancelled. What does it really mean when the black people are saying online that Christmas is cancelled, and what's underneath that statement? If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And a disclaimer, this video is for education, reflection and awareness purposes only.
Christmas is canceled over here. And that day after Thanksgiving, that Friday, yeah, that's canceled too. Nobody's spending a dime on Christmas toys over here at all. And it matters that I'm saying that because in Chicago, I run an anti-violence organization. And on Christmas, our biggest event is our Christmas caravan. And for the past 8 years, what we do on Christmas morning is we pass out thousands of toys. We all load our cars up with toys, and we take Dreezy Claus out with us, and we go to low-income housing developments on the south and west sides of Chicago. And we pass out toys to kids who might not otherwise get them. But this year we're passing out food. Because if we're going to low-income housing developments, chances are those parents didn't get food stamps. So you think they had money for toys? They didn't have money for anything, not toys. And definitely not food. So this year, that's what we'll be doing. Passing out food instead of toys. And why is that? I hope people are honest when they tell their kids why they're not getting any toys for Christmas this year. It's because the president needed a golf course in Qatar, and he needed an arch because St. Louis wasn't enough. And he needed a ballroom bigger than the White House, and he needed to give Argentina $40 billion of your dollars to bail them out. Yeah. Be honest about this. Don't say Santa Claus didn't come. Santa Claus couldn't get in anyway. Santa Claus is from the North Pole, so he's an illegal, and he couldn't get a tourist visa. We got to start being honest with our kids and telling them about who these people really are. They aren't teaching this in schools because they can't teach it in schools. So we as a community, we have to teach our kids this. At home, we have to teach our kids about what's really going on. This man is creating a full-blown crisis. Another one. Do you understand what it's going to be like in about 6 weeks? When people don't have food, it's going to be bread riots. It's going to be break-ins, home invasions, robberies, fire, hail, pestilence. All it's going to happen. It's going to be chaos. And it's not just going to be in Chicago. It's going to be everywhere. Because people get food stamps everywhere. That's Florida. That's New York. That's California. It's Texas. It's Minnesota. It's wherever you're at. It's happening. And you think you're safe because you have a job and you don't get food stamps. Wrong. Hungry people don't rob other hungry people because they ain't got nothing either. They go to the people who they know have food, who they know have job security, who they know don't care about whether or not they eat or their family eat. Those are the people that they're going to rob because those are the only people left to rob. So I think everybody should be pretty concerned about what's about to happen. Everybody should be making noise, and everybody should be on board with a boycott. We saw what happened what happened with Target when we boycotted. We saw what happened when we boycotted Disney. We saw what happened. We have power. Because if we don't do that, you know what's going to happen? In about, 6 weeks, you know what's going to happen? He's going to flip the switch on ICE, and they're going to be a militia. It's not going to be about controlling a migrant crisis anymore. It's going to be about controlling rioters and looters, people stealing food and locking them up and controlling the crowds. And it's going to be about saying, look how lawless they are. We need martial law. And then guess what? We're not getting a midterm election. Because how you gonna go to the polls? That's not happening. And I think that's the trick. Like Tupac said, we weren't meant to survive because it's a setup. We've been set up. The setup has been set up and we are in it right now. And the thing is, let's not starve. We're not going down. We finna fight back. The government depends on our money come Christmas. The economy of this country depends on us to spend money for the holidays. The way they trying to starve us, let's starve them. Christmas is canceled. We boycotting. It's happening. Tell a friend. Tell a neighbor. Tell everybody. Let's do this.
We're not celebrating Christmas this year. We're not celebrating Christmas this year. I need you. Your job is to tell your aunties and your uncles and your grandparents, tell them I don't need nothing. The kids don't need nothing. We don't need shit. We got TVs in our house. We got phones in our hands. We got laptops. We got computers. We don't need no more jewelry. We don't need no gifts. We don't need no more clothes. The overconsumption has already gone too far anyway. We don't need it. We not celebrating Christmas this year. Tell your motherfucking kids right now, look, this is for your greater good. This is for the sake of your future. This is so your vote matters. So you won't get gerrymandered. This is for your rights, for women's rights, for you to be able to be yourself. So that you'll be able to afford a house so you can invest so the economy doesn't tank. We are not celebrating Christmas. Every corporation needs to feel this. Every single one. I don't want to see nobody out on Black Friday. Them deals ain't that good anyway. When the last time a Black Friday deal got you out your goddamn couch? Come on now. Cyber Monday, turn the goddamn computer off. Don't even go on Amazon. Don't even go on Amazon, man. For real, we not celebrating Christmas. On Thanksgiving, me and a couple other people have been planning on feeding the homeless or just going out and doing something for charity. So I can't say that I'm not going to be out buying food. But Thanksgiving, we don't need a big Thanksgiving. We don't. We don't need a big, huge Thanksgiving. And I need y'all to spread this word. Please, please spread the word. We are not doing it. We hitting them everywhere. I, for one, am still going to be out in the streets protesting with my feet and my body. Because in my city, it's a little bit deeper than just, oh, we ain't going out there. Our kids are out there already. They're in our city. They're in our apartment complexes. They're in our neighborhoods. When you sit in front of your building and your apartment complex, they coming up and harassing people in D.C., in Memphis, in Chicago, in Portland. I'm still protesting that as well. But the way y'all telling me that, oh, well, you don't need to be out there protesting, you need to financially protest. Porque no los dos? I don't give a fuck. Spread the word. We not doing the Christmas shit. I don't even do that shit anyway. Most I do is buy my little girlfriend, if I have a girlfriend at the time, something. I might get my mom something, but I don't even do the shit anyway.
So I think you've heard the news. I think all of America, at least us as parents and people that, have loved ones, all humans in America, I think we're going to boycott Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now, if you have stuff already planned, we're not talking about you. We are talking merely on the excess that we would have spent for Thanksgiving and Christmas specifically. So if you say, Don John, I can't do that, man. I got to buy my kids something. I have to do something. Well, how about this? How about instead of buying them 10 toys and crap that they're not going to use in 72 hours after they open the gifts, how about this? So instead of buying 10 gifts, how about you just buy 1 to 3? And how about they all be under $100 total? And if we're going to make this a little spicy, your children have to give away the same amount of toys, the same amount of luxuries, clothes, shoes, etc. They have to give the same amount away that they are going to receive. Because there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, little Johnny, hey, little Sarah, I'm going to get you 5 Christmas gifts, 3 Christmas gifts this year. But if you want these gifts, you have to give something away. And so they'll really be like, man, I think I really want these gifts. Because what are you doing? You're teaching your child not just to critically think. You're teaching your child how not to be a consumer and how not to overindulge, overconsume, as so many of us grown folk are. So that's just part 1 of this interesting series. Because I know you feel it. I feel it. There's something happening this year. And a lot of people might not even have it like that to buy a whole bunch of gifts anyway. So I think we might be defunding Christmas.
Is anyone even excited for Christmas anymore? Let's just be honest, we're all already drowning in debt and nobody can afford anything. I know Christmas is all about the giving spirit and being happy and stuff like that, but nobody can even afford their own life, let alone shoes on their feet. So many Americans are in debt already from Christmas, from the past couple years. With this inflation, it's just even worse. And I can't blame people. I personally don't celebrate Christmas. However, I know a lot of people that do, and they are not excited this year. Every single person that I've asked, hey, are you ready for Christmas? They're like, it just came too fast. I'm too tired. I don't have the money. So I'm like, is it even worth it anymore? Is Christmas canceled this year?
For many saying Christmas is cancelled, it's less about the holiday itself and more about the burden it carries. The shopping, the expectation, the pressure to spend, decorate, show up. When resources are limited and systemic inequality is real, the sparkle of holiday magic can feel like yet another obligation rather than a joy. When someone says they are canceling Christmas, they mean they are opting out of the burden, choosing peace over pressure. And now, in communities already stretched about economic stress, the holiday season can magnify what's missing: quiet time, emotional rest, meaningful connections. Social media post reflects frustration. The idea that while the world markets the perfect Christmas, the reality is often missed paychecks, skipped gifts, emotional exhaustion. Counseling then becomes a, a refusal to participate in a circle that hurts more than it helps. Another angle, it's by declaring Christmas cancelled, some are claiming control. They are rejecting the external narrative of how to do Christmas, or choosing what matters on their own terms. Maybe that means less emphasis or presence, more on gathering, community, rest, and healing. It's not necessarily the end of the holiday, but the end of performing the holiday in a way that doesn't serve them. The phrase also signals a deep reflection. What are our values during this time? If love means aligning with people's dignity, if joy means inclusion and rest, then what does it say when the holiday system asks for productivity, display, and expense? Some feel Christmas was never built for them in full, and so canceling becomes a statement of we won't pretend anymore. Online space amplify voice of young black people who grew up witnessing how holidays can highlight disparity as much as togetherness. They see posts and ads promising perfection while they and their families deal with systemic issue, pressure, and often invisibility. Saying Christmas is cancelled acts as a collective sign, a digital exhale where we are done pretending everything is fine when it's not. Right now, people are complaining that they are in debt in Christmas, the last past Christmas debt that they haven't paid, and now they are canceling it because of the financial pressure. And it's key to understand that this is not a blanket rejection of Christmas for everyone, nor is it necessarily about faith or belief. For many, faith remains strong. The problem is the surrounding holiday culture. Misreading this phrase as a pure negative misses the nuance of rest, boundary system, and self-preservation that is in play. What would come after a cancelled Christmas is a redefined one where pressure are lowered, expectations are asked to the culture instead of individuals, where community takes precedence over consumptions, where rest is honored. It might mean few lights, few obligations, but more peace and clear value. When we see Christmas is cancelled trend among Black voice online, here it's a moment of clarity, not a despair. It's a refusal of the stain, the expectations, the invisibility. It's saying we deserve rest, respect, and meaning. And in that refusal, there is hope, the hope of building a holiday culture that truly includes, uplifts, and reflects all of us. Love, joy, celebration. Yes, love, joy, celebration, and but done on terms that heal rather than exhaust. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next video.